conference room of Alliance Française was the venue where Barcelona-based French social entrepreneur and author Aurélie Salvaire introduced her book Balance the World, Tactics to Help You Launch a Gender Revolution. The book, published by Amazon, will be available in print form in a month's time.
I grew up in a small village in the south of France, and I think I've been following a very traditional path, like going to business school, etc. And I moved to Spain because I wanted more quality of life somehow. And little by little, I moved towards social entrepreneurship, and I realized that I wanted to be one of the person changing the world. So it's been a progressive journey. But yes, gender for me, that's the topic I want to work on, because that's something that is definitely touching me as a woman. My father, my grandfather or grandmothers, they were extremely caring. But they were also showing some imbalance in the way they would treat the women in society. Mia was the good girl somehow, no? I was the granddaughter, and yeah, I was studying well, etc. But the other women were not so privileged. Power system is protecting the powerful, and that's how a power system works. So it's heart and roses because the message is coming from the heart. It's not a message of war, it's a message of love. And it's also a tribute to Frida Kahlo, who is a famous painter from Mexico. And I wanted to talk about her, yes. The ideal situation is quite simple, is that half of our institutions are run by women and half of our homes are run by men. It's as simple as that. It's balance, right? So yeah, and the tactics basically they are all non-violent tactics, and the idea is it can be humor, it can be infiltrate, it can be quotas, it can be boycott. There are many tactics that we list in the book to actually contribute to a more balanced world. Yeah. My work is my own organization. Shift Balance is my own NGO registered in Spain, and we run different workshops and trainings and talks in Pakistan, but also in other countries. Because I was invited here 1.5 years ago because in terms of gender equity, Pakistan is second last in the world. But more than this, because when I talk to the young generation, they are very eager to hear this message. They want to know more about it. And I feel like the young generation, they really want more balance between men and women. Not really, because I do the same in Spain, in France. After Pakistan, I go to Australia. I will do the same. So I don't have my savior face when I come here, and then no, it's like I teach the young generation everywhere, and I use what I learn here to teach young people in the West, and vice versa, right? To tell people here that the West is not perfect, definitely, and to tell people there that there are actually a lot of people here changing the things. Because we were talking about how the people who have come to any country are changing the stories and the myths and the power system. So I know that China will play a real big role in the coming years in Pakistan. So yeah, I think that as well on gender, they will probably have an influence on the road. This I'm not very surprised to hear that. I'm not saying that it's going to change for the better. I never implied that. The West has its responsibility in many countries in taking the situation of women backwards, definitely. But I'm as much as I can't blame you for the politics of Pakistan, it's hard to blame me for the politics of the West.